Everything we know began with an explosion about 13.8 billion years ago, known as the Big Bang. Since then, our universe is gradually expanding. If the universe began with an explosion, it would naturally have an age. But how far is that exactly? What can we see when we go there? Is there really an age to the universe? Is the universe infinite? What is after the age of the universe? We will try to know that in today's video. The Big Bang is the most widely accepted explanation of how the universe began. It happened about 13.8 billion years ago. Before the Big Bang, there was nothing. No space, no time, no matter. Then suddenly a tiny point, which is much smaller than a dot on a page, exploded. This explosion didn't happen in space, it created space. After the Big Bang, the universe started expanding very fast, spreading out in all directions. In the first moments, it was incredibly hot and filled with energy. As the universe cooled down, energy began turning into tiny particles, like protons, neutrons, and electrons. After a few 100,000 years, the universe had cooled enough for light to travel freely. This is when the universe became transparent, and we can still see this light today. It's called the cosmic microwave background. The observable universe is the part of the universe we can see from Earth. It's like a giant bubble around us, about 93 billion light years wide. This means light from the farthest objects has taken up to 46.5 billion years to reach us, even though the universe is only about 13.8 billion years old. The expansion of space allowed these distances. Light travels at a fixed speed, 300,000 km per second. The farthest objects we can see are the ones whose light has had enough time to reach us. Anything beyond that is invisible because light hasn't had time to get here yet. Inside of the observable universe, there are billions of galaxies, each are containing billions of stars. Stars like our sun with planets orbiting them. Clouds of gas and dust where stars are born. Objects so dense that not even light can escape from them. In history, people's understanding of the earth and the universe changed over time. Ancient culture like the Mesopotamians, Egyptians, and early Greeks believed the earth was flat. They thought it was shaped like a disk floating in water. Some believed the sky was like a dome covering the earth, and stars were small lights stuck to it. Mythology often played a big role in shaping these ideas. For example, in some cultures, gods were believed to control the heavens. Around 500 BCE, Greek thinkers like Pythagoras and later Aristotle suggested that the earth was round. Aristotle noticed that during a lunar eclipse, the earth's shadow on the moon was always round, which could only happen if the earth was a sphere. Eratosthenes, another Greek, even measured the earth's circumference around 200 BCE using shadows and simply geometry. In the Middle Ages, most educated people in Europe knew the earth was round. However, many common folks might still have thought of it as flat because science wasn't widely shared. There's a myth that people in the time of Christopher Columbus thought the earth was flat, but most scholars at that time knew it was round. The debate was more about the size of the earth. In the 1500s, Nicolaus Copernicus suggested that the sun was at the center of the universe, not the earth. This was a big change because people had believed in a geocentric model. Later, scientists like Galileo and Kepler supported this idea with their observations and calculations. Galileo used a telescope to see that moons orbit other planets, proving that not everything revolves around the earth for a long time. Today we know the earth is a sphere and orbits the sun in a huge universe. Is the universe infinite? We don't know for sure if the universe is infinite or not. The observable universe, this is the part of the universe we can see and is incredibly vast. As I said before, it's about 93 billion light years across. But that's just what we can observe. Light from beyond this distance hasn't reached us yet. Many scientists believe the universe could be much larger than what we can see, maybe even infinite. But since we can't look past the observable part, we don't have direct evidence. The universe might have a specific shape that tells us if it's infinite. It could be flat, open, or closed. If it's flat or open, it could go on forever. If it's closed, the universe is finite. like the surface of a sphere. We know the universe is expanding, meaning galaxies are moving away from each other. But we don't know if this expansion goes on forever. So while the observable part of the universe is finite, we can say for sure if the entire universe is infinite. It's one of the biggest questions in science. How does the universe keep expanding? The universe keeps expanding because of something called dark energy. Imagine you have a balloon and you start blowing it up. As you add more air, the balloon gets bigger. The universe is kind of like that balloon, but instead of air, dark energy is pushing everything apart. This energy is mysterious because we can't see or touch it, but scientists believe it makes up about 70% of the universe. After the Big Bang, everything began moving outward. At first, gravity, which pulls things together, was slowing this expansion down, but after billions of years, dark energy took over, and the universe started expanding faster and faster. So dark energy is the key reason why the universe keeps expanding, and scientists are still trying to learn more about it. So the universe is everything that exists: stars, galaxies, planets, and even space itself. But when we ask what's beyond the universe, it's tricky because we don't fully know. Scientists think the universe might be infinite, meaning it goes on forever with no age or end. If the universe has an age, we don't know what's beyond it. There could be other universes like bubbles in big form. This idea is called the multiverse theory. Space and time might stop at the edge of the universe, meaning nothing exists beyond it, not even empty space. Since we can only see so far with our telescopes, what's beyond is still a mystery.